success in this season of 2020 that's coming up, right? What's some things, right? What's some of the things that I can do to set me up for 2020? I'll tell you some things that I've already implemented. I'm reading more, and so instead of reading 30 minutes a day, I'm reading an hour a day. Right? I'm finding the time. Even if I have to wake up early, even if I have to when I'm on lunch, I have to put my headphones in and read. I'm taking my reading time up to an hour a day. That could be the Bible, that can be a book, that can be quotes, whatever it is. I'm spending at least an hour a day to be able to keep reading. What I realize is people always ask about content. How do you get content so much? How can you keep getting content? Well, most people get content if they're readers. Like something always comes up. I can always say something on the fly because I'm always reading different content. And what happens is it becomes relevant to me. Relevant information will make you a relevant person in the community, in the economy that you're going with. You find people who are readers, they're always relevant in the times. They're always thinking ahead. They're always 2 steps ahead because the reading, it breeds thought process. And the thought process that you have is you begin to write it down. I'm going on part 2 of things that's going to help you in 2020. Writing it down, right? Writing down your thoughts. Take your time to write your thoughts down. Take it 30 minutes. So we're up to an hour and 30 minutes of your day where you're reading and you're taking 30 minutes to write your thoughts down, your concepts down. I always got a notebook with me. If I come up with a thought or something like that, I'll write it down, right? Or I got my recorder. I'll record something. If I have something in my mind, something in my heart, I'll record it, right? That's number 2 of things that you need to do, begin to do. And number 3, the third thing is after you write your notes down, your quotes, your thoughts of your ideas and things that came out, you need to take 30 minutes to review what you wrote down. You need to take 30 minutes to just read it out loud. Read it out loud, your thoughts, whether it's positive or negative, read it out loud so you can begin to understand what you're thinking about, how you're perceiving things, how your thought process is, how your emotions are, how do you feel, how do you process that information that you just wrote down, what you just read, how are you really connecting? That's number 3, right? Number 4, the fourth thing is you have to be around people who are smarter than you. The 4th thing is to be around people who are smarter than you, whether that's a mentor, you being in some type of business group or connection group, whatever that is, whatever that looks like, you need to have that in the year 2020. And the reason why is because not only are you becoming relevant in your mind and your thought process, but what having somebody smarter in your room does is allows you to be able to share concepts. They'll say things around you that will confirm your thoughts, or they will, or what I also like to say, edify your thoughts, right? Because there's nothing like reading something and getting information for the first time and really like, man, this is amazing. And then you talking to somebody who's smarter than you, who's done it before, and they confirm it. Man, that edifies you like a mug, because then you like in your mind, it's like, man, I'm on the right track. Because at some point, I don't want to be that person, but when it comes to the financial blessings that they have in their life, when it comes to the type of house they have, when it comes to the things that I want in life, they have it now, and I'm building up to get to that. And it's not because I have to have it, it's because that is where I want to be at, to be able to provide for my family. When it comes to community activists, things like that, that's the things that I want to be able to do and do it good, because feel like that's my destiny to be able to do that stuff, right? I'm supposed to be able to do that stuff. And so that's number 4, being around a group, some type of life group, mentor, something like that. You have to have that stuff. You have to have that. And number 5, celebrate every accomplishment. In 2020, I need you really to celebrate every accomplishment. When you wake up in the morning, when you do something good at your job, when you take the time to read every day consistently, celebrate that. Acknowledge that. when you give to an organization or nonprofit or volunteer, or your birthday, or or somebody or one of your friends or something, like, please take, one of your friends decide, go through something, they break through it or whatever it is, you have to learn how to celebrate your successes. The reason why I'm saying this is because I'm a person, I'm my hardest critic, right? I'm my worst critic, right? And so I'll be doing successful things and not celebrate it. Like, I literally wrote a book, right? And since I didn't hit my numbers like I wanted, I was upset. I was disappointed. I'm like, what? Dude, you wrote a book. Like, this C student, like this person who's getting D's in English and writing, you wrote a book and people are saying they love it and it's changing their lives. Like, what are you thinking? Like, celebrate that. That's a good thing. like you winning. Like, you winning big. Like, come on now. Like, and that's the stuff I'm talking about. I'm my worst critic, right? So doing videos and stuff like that. Like, I'm sitting here doing like production videos and stuff for small businesses and small ministries and things like that. And I'm helping clarify messages, right? And since I'm not bringing the money that I want right now, I'm like, man, I must not be good enough. I must not be doing the right thing, right? And so I'm sitting there like, no, I literally just produced 3 different shows. Like, that's something that somebody is right now wanting to do and not knowing how to do. Like, and I know how to do it successfully. Now, is my work the best work out there in the world? No. But the thing about it, the point is, I'm doing it and I'm learning along the way. And it's a lot of people who will tell you, oh, you're not considered a professional until you do this or that or this or that. But the thing about it is, if I'm doing it acting, I'm sitting in conversations, I'm sitting with leaders, and I'm sitting down and I'm coaching them on what to say, how to say it, why they should say it. I'm sitting here going through a whole marketing plan to clarify their message for them so they can reach the people. Stop wasting the time and throwing their words upon swines, but talk to the people who really are going to keen in on their message, on their voice, on their talk. And so I'm like, yo, you a bad man. Like, come on, you got to celebrate that. And so for 2020, I need y'all really to think about these things that I talked about today. Reading at least an hour a day, spending time right now at least 30 minutes a day about what your thought process is, different thoughts, taking a notebook or recording yourself talk with your ideas, the things that you're saying, right? Get your mentor or join a life group. You have to be a part of that. You have to do that stuff, right? That stuff right there is important. Join somebody, connect with somebody who's smarter than you so they can confirm your thought process in certain things. It's a good thing. I promise you, it's a good thing. And number 5, celebrate, right? Celebrate every accomplishment. Celebrate every accomplishment. Celebrate every accomplishment. And I promise you, 2020 will be successful like never before. And, I'm gonna say a bonus to you. Number 6 is a bonus, is you got to pray, y'all. You got to pray. You have to pray. You have to pray. You know what prayer does? Prayer brings peace. It brings understanding. It brings wisdom and knowledge in Him. And what it does, it gives you spiritual downloads. It builds up your character. It builds up your confidence. It sets the atmosphere for whatever you want to do. Whatever you loose in heaven will be loose on earth, right? That's what the word says. Paul talks about, I pray without ceasing. I pray more than I speak, right? I pray more than I speak. I pray more than I talk to people. It's crazy. I know I do. But the thing about it is, I know if I didn't do that, then I'll be in a disastrous moment. Like, my mindset will be broken. Prayer helps your mindset stay together. Even though you might be going through challenges, prayer helps you sustain. It helps you progress. It helps you build momentum. It helps you build the words up that you've been reading. It helps you pray them prayers that begin to edify you, protect you, shield you. I'm telling you, every time I open my mouth and pray, I know that God hears me. It's a confidence level. It builds up the report, and pray out loud too also. It builds up your conversation. It builds up your talk. It builds up your story. It builds up your testimony. It builds up everything around you. Prayer is powerful. I promise you it is. And so my name is Ricardo Cordew, and I wish above all things that you prosper and be in good health, that your days are as sweet as honey, and that your life bring you much joy and much laughter. Remember, life is love and love is life. We're on the winning side. And remember, wisdom is the principal thing. In all thy getting, get understanding. Fight for it. Pay for it. Invest in it. Get it. Get wisdom. Get understanding. And just know that this Proverbs Challenge, wisdom, when this book comes out, I promise you it's going to set you free like never before. I love you. I hope you have another wonderful day. And just know that excellence is upon your life.